Guess who I ran into? Another international superstar. This is Robbie Steinhart, violinist for, of course, the infamous Kansas. How you doing tonight, Robbie? Doing all right?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Well, I got to say, I've heard about you. I've been in the scene a long time. You play everywhere. Of course, you do this thing with Stormbringer, Steinhart Moon, and you do some of the Kansas stuff. Of course, Stormbringer been around a long, long time. And since I've been doing these interviews, I have 3 simple questions that will basically sum up an artist's career. So are you ready for that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, first of all, there's the beanie questions because I'm the beanie guy. So our first question is, of course, at what age was it and what exactly was it that actually inspired you to get into music?
Well, let's see. A little bit less inspiration and more forcefulness on my parents' part, because they decided it was a good idea to make me play the violin. So I started playing the violin at the age of 8, and then I went through a few different teachers, and I got to, luckily, when I was 8 years old, I got to go to Vienna to an international school there, but I didn't study until I went back when I was 14, and I took a few lessons. I went to a school that had was owned by Britain and India and the United States, an American International School, they called it, with 500 kids in the school from kindergarten to 12th grade, if you don't think that was odd. But anyway, after that point, being in junior high, that's when your next question, I know, if I can just go on. It's like what sort of got me into playing, period, was we got a band together in the 8th grade and played for the 7th grade party or prom, whatever, what have you, in junior high. So, and yeah, people my age call it junior high. So there you have it.
So that basically was my second question. Was, of course, you've got started. How long? 8 years old when you got started playing. And then my second question, of course, you answered it, was about what age did you actually play in a band or get started playing live music, and that was, I guess, in junior high school.
Right.
So again, we all are very familiar with your fantastic career, the luck that Kansas has had, multi-platinum albums. You've toured all over the world, probably dozens of times, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And I guess my third question is basically, before we move on to what you're doing today and why you're here, what is one of the most memorable, or I guess, moments of your life in this career that really stands out and makes you feel like, wow, I've made it, in the music industry?
Well, probably the first time that ever happened was, there's a place about 45-minute drive north of Toronto I believe it's called Mossport Park. And we got flown in there by helicopter, and we were on it was one of those military transports. We had a couple different bands on there with us, but the Commodores was one of them. And then the lineup was something like Dave Mason, the Commodores, Kansas, all kinds of bands that didn't actually fit together on the same bill. But there were 93,000 people at that show. And,
wow.
And they told me that apparently it went up the hill, but then it also went back over the hill. There were people that we couldn't even see, which I thought was, why do you go to a concert if you can't see anybody? But, But
what year was that, may I ask? Do you remember?
See, I'm really bad with dates, so I was afraid you were going to ask me that. Let's say early on. That's all I can say.
All right. Well, fantastic. We've got the music starting up back here, and of course, I'd love to sit here and go through that illustrious career of yours. And that, of course, Robbie Steinhart from the infamous Kansas. So my name is Vic Lima. We are right here at Quaker Steak, and we appreciate your time, Robbie. It's been a pleasure meeting you. So right now, back at you guys, and stay tuned for more FMTV, Florida Music Television. My name is Vic Lima. We'll see you again. Bye.